So let me get this right. Got the number 2 overall defense in the NFL. Got one of the very few remaining undefeated teams in men's college basketball. And we're currently 3rd in our division when it comes to making the playoffs. And yet we still get no respect. What's that about? Welcome to Billievers Talk. My name is Joe, and in this episode, we're going to talk about the lack of respect going around in Buffalo sports. Obviously, we can talk about the Bills not getting any Pro Bowlers, right? What's that about? The second best defense in the league, no Pro Bowlers. Interesting how that happens, right? We'll talk about the Buffalo Bulls, 11-0 in men's college basketball, 11-0. And yeah, I looked on CBS Sports today at the recent bracketology, and where are they? Oh yeah, they're 7th out in the Midwest. That's like, what, 7? There's 4 of each seed, so you're talking about the 30th best, 28th best team? Really? No respect. No respect. You look at the Buffalo Sabres beginning of the season, one of the last place teams in the East again. And still, there are lots of experts saying, hey, they're not going to make the playoffs this year. Really? I mean, all right, listen, it all started back in the early 90s, right? I mean, how many jokes do we have to hear? Buffalo Bills went to 4 straight Super Bowls. By the way, only team to ever do it. Only team in NFL history to ever go to 4 straight Super Bowls. In fact, we all know about the curse that they say of losing teams from the Super Bowl don't even make it to the playoffs the next year. And yet we did it 4 years in a row. So we took the jokes. The acronym, boy, I love losing Super Bowls. Like, I've heard that one a million times, just like all of you. We took it. We said, okay, fine. ESPN finally did a documentary. 30 for 30, the 4 Falls of Buffalo. Guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I have still yet to see that 30 for 30. I love 30 for 30s. But I refuse to see it. And here's why. Back in the early 90s, I didn't need someone to tell me how great that team was. I saw it. We know how great that team was. Well, I don't need some TV program to say, oh yeah, guys, we were making fun of you. We were joking about you. Oh, we didn't mean it. You guys were one of the best teams ever to come into the NFL. Don't need it. Don't need it. I don't need your sorry little apology now. You're right. Just respect us. Fine. We'll take it. Then come to today, right? Today's day and age, what do we hear about? First, yesterday the Pro Bowl team comes out. What happens? Not a single Buffalo Bill listed on that team. No Mike Milano, no Jerry Hughes, no Lorenzo Alexander, no Tre'Davious White. Listen, I know Tre'Davious White had a bad game this past Sunday, but the most voting was done by this past Sunday. No Trey White? Why? You look at the defense, the second-ranked defense in the NFL, not a single Pro Bowler. We allow less than 200 yards passing on average. Only 2 teams do that, and the other one is Jacksonville. But we're number 1 in pass defense, and I think it's about like 12 yards on average a game. Jacksonville's at like 198, we're at like 186. Not a single person from our secondary is in the Pro Bowl. Really? Now, sure. I'm sure that Bills players will get in. I'm sure whoever makes the Super Bowl, you gotta make it for them. I'm sure people won't want. Tom Brady won't be there, and he won't be in the Super Bowl, but that's another story. Tom Brady won't want to come to the Pro Bowl, so you'll have fill-ins. I'm not saying Josh Allen's gonna be a fill-in, but I'm just using that as an example. So you'll have fill-ins. I'm sure some Bills players will get in that way, but come on. How can you say we have the second best defense? I would love to know. Would love to know the last time a unit on the field finished in the top 2 in the league and they have a single player voted to the Pro Bowl. When was the last time that happened? Probably hasn't, right? All right, so then I go on to CBS after watching a great game yesterday between the Buffalo Bulls men's basketball team and the Syracuse Orangemen. I went on to CBS Sports today and checked out the most recent bracketology. Now, I didn't see the date. It could have been done before yesterday's game. I'm not sure. And what do I see? Oh, yeah, we're 7th in the Midwest. not 7th overall, not not in the top 4, top 5 of each one of the brackets, which would put us in the top 25 overall, which currently we're ranked. I think we're ranked 14th, right? If I'm not mistaken. No, 7th in the Midwest. So what does that mean? That means at best, the person who did the bracketology has us as the 25th best team. Really? We might go undefeated still. We're one of 6 undefeated teams still in college basketball. Now I get it. Our schedule is not the toughest, but we just beat Syracuse. They're not that bad. It's the first time they've lost back-to-back home games in a while. I saw the stat yesterday during the game. It's the first time they've lost back-to-back home games in a long time. I'm talking years. Jim Boeheim's a good coach. Syracuse has a good team. And we beat them, and we beat them pretty good at the end of it. It was close for a long time, but we beat them pretty good. Yesterday, I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago, on Colin Cowherd. Now, I'm not a huge fan of Colin Cowherd. So if you're not, I don't blame you. He talks so highly about Sam Darnold and how the Jets are they're catching up to the Patriots. The Jets, Sam Darnold, he's looking good. He's got nothing around him. Nothing. But the Jets, they're catching the Patriots. He had 2 of his running backs down. They're missing 1 offensive lineman. They only had their top 2 wide receivers were out. Where's the mention of Josh Allen, who played a game this past Sunday and won, by the way, and won. There were points in the game where we didn't have a single running back. We went down our top 2. We started the game down our top 2, and in the fourth quarter, there were times we didn't have a single running back. We have 4 wide receivers, and in part of that game, when McKenzie and Foster both went out, we were down to 2 or 3 wide receivers. It was so bad we brought Ray McLeod back in, first sighting in like 4 or 5 weeks. Where's his talk? Why can't we talk about him possibly bringing this team up to possibly challenge the Patriots? Oh, but the Jets have a lot of cap space. Well, so do the Bills. Oh, but what about the offensive linemen? We lost 3 this offseason. 3. Oh, yeah. But no one talks about that. All right, fine. You want to disrespect us? Fine. Look how good our Sabres are doing. Oh, but wait. Beginning of the season, most people said that the Sabres aren't going to do good. They're getting better, but that young talent isn't going to do anything. Even though the past 2 seasons in the NFL, the team that's had the number 1 overall pick has made the playoffs the following year. So having young talent isn't necessarily a bad thing. And here we are now. We're ranked 3rd in the Atlantic. Doing pretty well. So you would think the experts would get on board, right? No. This Sabres team is going to fall back where they belong. And they're going to miss the playoffs. Really? So where does it stop for the Bills? I'll tell you where it stops. It stops at winning a championship. You want respect. You're not just going to get respect. You're not just going to get it. They're not just going to give it to you. You got to earn it. Earn the respect, and then you'll get it. So let's stop with the mediocrity, which I think we have. I think we're on track to, I talked about it in a video previously. I think I posted yesterday about how we're on track. I said it, and I'll say it again. We'll win 2 championships in the next 10 years. Buffalo Sports will have 2 championships to their name in the next 10 years. And that's how you get respect. But, don't sit here and tell me that we're no good. That's preposterous. The Sabres are in the playoffs. The Bulls are undefeated. The Buffalo Bulls have a bowl game this coming up Saturday against Troy. I think it's like a third bowl game ever for the Buffalo Bulls football team. So good for them. No Pro Bowlers. Well, who do you think belongs in the Pro Bowl for the Buffalo Bills? I'll tell you who I think. Lorenzo Alexander's having a phenomenal year. He belongs in the Pro Bowl. Tre'Davious White's having a great year. He belongs in the Pro Bowl. Matt Milano, before his injury, was having a really good year. He deserves that consideration. Granted, yes, he will not play in it, right? But he was playing really well. The Pro Bowl is just a popularity contest. I'm not going to watch it again this year. I haven't watched it for the past 5 years. What they really need to do, I believe that the fans' vote should matter, but I think the experts' vote needs to count a little bit more. Okay, the experts see it. Okay, Aaron Rodgers is in the Pro Bowl. I mean, his team ain't doing so hot. He's doing pretty good, but how much of that is name and how much of that is stats this season? I don't know. I just want to get in here, shoot a video, and say, man, the disrespect is real, right? If you're a Bills fan, you know about the disrespect against 0 Pro Bowls. 0 Pro Bowlers, I should say. 4 straight Super Bowls for the longest time. No one wanted to talk about that. All they wanted to talk about is the L's that we took. Maybe deservedly so. Buffalo Sabres considered still one of the worst teams in the league, even though we're 3rd in the Atlantic Division. Buffalo Bulls, 11-0. 11-0. I like the tweet sent out by the Buffalo Bulls Twitter page yesterday. Said maybe we should just be called Buffalo 11-0. I liked it. Thought it was cute. But I wanted to get down here, talk about the disrespect Buffalo sports gets, and talk about how great it is to be a Buffalo sports fan. Because when we start winning, we can look at them all. We can look at them all and say, yeah, what now? What do you have to say now? Because it's going to happen, guys. It's going to happen. Listen, I think the Jets do have a shot to catch the Patriots, but the Bills have the same shot. We have the same shot. And our defense, currently younger and better than the Jets' defense. I'm not saying the Sabres are going to make the playoffs this year, but look how much we've improved since last year. Last year, we were the worst team in the league. This year, we play meaningful hockey every single night. Can't beat the Panthers still for some reason. We've lost 7 straight to the Panthers. Can't beat them, but we're constantly getting better. Buffalo Bulls, like I said, 11-0. Last year, the Buffalo Bulls made it into the dance, and guess what they did? They just beat Arizona. They just hung in there with Kentucky and almost upset them too. No one wants to talk about that, do they? These teams are for real. This city is for real. And you guys will all, not just the guys watching, I'm talking about all of media out there. All of the whole sports world will all know soon enough how serious this city is about their teams and how good these teams are. Thank you for joining me on Billievers Talk again. My name is Joe. If you haven't already subscribed to this channel, be sure to subscribe to this channel because we will constantly be keeping you updated on not just Bills sports, but Buffalo sports. We'll talk Sabres, we'll talk Bulls, we'll talk Bills. We'll do it all right here. So hit that subscribe button. Follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle's in the description below. Hit a like button. Hit that thumbs up. It doesn't hurt. Painless. You can do it. It takes 3 seconds. You hopefully done already. But if you haven't, hit it now. And continue to follow along for what's going to be a great ride in the near future. Like I said, 2 championships in the next 10 years. Let's make it happen. I think that these teams can do it. These teams can do it, and I look forward to watching. I hope you're here to watch them with me. I will see you soon. But till I do, go Bills.